Hi, welcome to the webinar. Thanks for being here. I'm going to take a little bit of time to talk to you about my Working Websites Blueprint course and tell you what it's about, who it's for, and what you can get out of it. So let's go ahead and get started. I made this course because in the 5 years that I've been creating websites for small business owners, I've seen some of the same issues come up over and over again. A lot of business owners, especially ones who are not very technical, really struggle to manage and create their websites and get their websites to be useful tools to market their business. Over the years, as my business has grown and my pricing has gone up, I've really become inaccessible to some of the small business owners that I really like helping, but isn't always sustainable for me to help one-on-one. And so I created this course because I wanted to have some resource that could really help those people who are just starting out to get websites that are effective and can help them grow their business and can grow with their business. So who is this for? If you're a business owner right now or you plan to be one, if you have been struggling with creating or managing your website, if you want to create a website you can be proud of, I've had business owners at networking events hand me their card and say, "Oh, don't look at my website. My website's terrible." Your website is a 24/7 sales tool that is always there. So it only makes sense to have it be a good representative of your business and create trust and make people want to buy from you. If you're on a budget and you can't afford to hire someone, most custom websites start around the $3,000 mark, and that's just out of reach for some people. So if you're on a budget and you need to DIY and you want some guidance, then this course is definitely for you. And you need to be willing to invest in the right tools. There are a lot of things that can make managing your website easier, but a lot of people sort of go to the cheapest, easiest option available. And that's not always the thing that's going to give you the best results. So you do need to have, at least some kind of budget to be able to invest in some tools that are going to make your life easier and help you be able to manage and grow your website. So who's not going to benefit from this? People that I call wantpreneurs. That's someone who talks a lot about starting a business but never actually takes action. I'm going to give you a lot of really good information in this course, but if you're not going to take action on it, then it's not going to do you any good. So you need to be willing to put the work in. You also need to have the time to put into this. You don't learn to walk by watching the adults around you walk. You've got to crawl and then pull yourself up on something and then, toddle around and scrape a few knees and get in there. So you're going to have to put some time into this, and you're going to have to do a little bit of headbanging, especially if some of these tools are new to you. It's going to take you some time to really get in there and get the lay of the land and learn what you're doing. So why am I doing this now? 46% of small businesses in the US don't have websites at all. I'm a big supporter of small local businesses, and when they don't have websites, it makes it really hard to support them as much as I want because there's no central place to send people to get information about them. 81% of people research a business online before making a purchase. If you don't have a website, then your business may as well not exist to a large percentage of people. Here's why you're in the perfect place right now. It's never been easier than it is right now to build your own WordPress website. And I'm going to show you all of the tools that I use to build websites quickly and effectively. So who am I and why should you listen to me? I've spent the past 5 years building WordPress websites for small businesses. And in the past 3 years, I've been studying marketing and what makes websites successful. I'm a member of the largest community for WordPress professionals on the internet, WP Elevation. So if I get stuck or have questions or need advice, I have a community of 700 plus WordPress professionals with all sorts of expertise and backgrounds to go to help solve my problems. And I'll be passing on that expertise and those learnings to you. Let's talk about some results. This is a website that I launched last March, and it's a shuttle company that picks up people and takes them to the end of a long and arduous hiking trail so that they can walk back and not have to park two different cars. So on the left, you see the previous version of the site, and on the right, the site that we rebuilt from scratch. We added e-commerce functionality so that people can register right online. And when we launched this site, the client immediately saw a return on investment in just 2 weeks and continued to do 5 figures of monthly sales over the course of the season. So I know how to build websites that get results and generate revenue for my clients. Here's what you get when you join the course. In week 1, I sat down and I thought about, if someone came to me with a new business and no website at all, what would I tell them? And I came up with these 8 pillars of online marketing. These are the things that I use in every web project to create a successful site. I'll teach you about WordPress as a platform and why I think it's the best tool for 99% of small businesses out there. You'll learn about managing your digital assets so that you don't accidentally give away too much access to people who shouldn't have it. One of the catalysts for this entire course is that I continually had people approach me for help, and when I would ask them, okay, where's your website hosted and where's your domain, they wouldn't know, or they had let someone else register those things, so they didn't even own their digital assets. So I'm going to teach you how to own and manage your digital assets so that you know where everything is and you know how to access it when you need to. Web hosting is literally the foundation for your online marketing. There's good web hosting and there's bad web hosting. So I'm going to show you what to look for and tell you the web host that has made my life the easiest in 5 years of doing this professionally. Passwords is something that a lot of people don't really talk about outside of the security fields, but it's really important, and one of the main reasons that people get hacked is from using insecure passwords and using the same password for multiple logins. I'm going to teach you how to manage your passwords so that you can have strong, unique passwords for every service and you can log into them easily from any device. Your business email is a trust signal. And when you have a business email that doesn't match your domain name, it sends the signal that you're not really serious about your business. So I'm going to show you how to set up a domain email address if you haven't done so yet. Page builders have been a game changer for WordPress. And in the last 3 years, they've come a long way. But there are good page builders and there are page builders that I think are not so great. So I'm going to show you the ones that I recommend and why I recommend them. And then we're going to show you how to actually use these so that you can have the layouts that you want with a drag and drop building experience. Lead generation is super important because most of the people who come to your website are going to leave and they're not going to return. So if you can somehow capture their email address, that gives you the ability to then continue the conversation and talk to them more about your services and lead them into becoming a customer. Email marketing is a technique that on average yields a 4,400% ROI, and not enough small businesses are utilizing this really, really important tool. So I'm going to teach you how to get started with email marketing and how to automate it so that you save time and you can generate leads and customers 24/7 on autopilot. In weeks 2 through 6, we go through the discovery portion, which is talking about your business and your target customer and really dialing in who it is you're trying to serve and how you can help them. This makes it so much easier when we get into week 3 and talk about content. When you know who you're serving and how you're going to serve them, it's much easier to come up with content that's relevant for your audience, and it's much easier to come up with new content ideas. Finally, in week 4, we start talking about the tech. I'll show you how to set up your website, how to choose a page builder, how to connect your website to other services you might be using, and much more. In week 5, you'll learn about marketing funnels. A marketing funnel is really just an intentional journey that you craft to lead someone from finding out about your business for the first time all the way to becoming a customer. Finally, in week 6, we'll talk about care and maintenance of your website. You need to keep your website up to date in order to keep it secure and running smoothly. In addition to the video lessons, you're going to get a lot of support through this course. We'll have private forums in the members website. We'll also have a private Facebook group where you can ask questions about your specific issues, your specific business, or challenges that you're having. You'll also have access to detailed WordPress tutorials. So if you're new to WordPress and you've never used it before, you'll have over 80 videos that show you how to do all of the day-to-day tasks that you'll need to do. We'll have a live coaching call every week where you can ask me questions about the latest module that you've just watched and get advice about how to apply your learnings to your specific business. Finally, I know getting the website set up is one of the major barriers that people have. So you'll have the option to actually have us set up your website for you on our recommended host so that you can skip the hard part and go straight to creating your content and adding things like your brand colors and your logo. Of course, I want you to be completely satisfied with the course. So if for any reason in the first 30 days you decide that it's not for you, just email us and we'll give you a prompt refund. These are some of the responses from folks who have gone through the beta versions of my courses and experienced some of the lessons. Susan was able to get a 350% increase in her page views just from applying the concepts from one lesson. So how much is this going to cost? When I create websites for business owners, the minimum price starts at $5,000 and goes up. I wanted to create something that's accessible for new business owners and smaller business owners in startup phase who may not have a lot of revenue yet. Your investment for the course is $497, or you can opt for 3 payments of $197. This gets you lifetime access to the course materials, so you can return to it at any time for as long as you like. I encourage you to focus on implementing one thing at a time and return to the relevant lesson as you're implementing that thing. You also get 6 months access to the Working Website community. That means the forums and the private Facebook group. In WP Elevation, having a community of people who are working towards similar goals was one of the most valuable aspects. I'm building a similar community where we'll all help each other deal with the challenges of building a business online and marketing a business online. So if you find that valuable and you want to continue your membership after 6 months, you can do so for $97 a month. If you choose not to continue your membership, you still have lifetime access to the course materials. If you're ready to get started, visit carveldigital.com/working-websites. Registration for this first cohort closes 11:59 p.m. Monday, January 29th. At this point, you really have 2 options. If you've been struggling on your own, you can keep doing that and spending hours Googling for best WordPress plugins or why is my site slow. You can hire someone to do it for you and spend thousands of dollars getting a custom site that may or may not give you the results you want. Or you can join us in the Working Websites community where I'm going to lead you step by step through the process of creating a successful website that you'll be able to manage yourself if you want to, or outsource and have someone else manage for you. But I want to empower you to be able to experiment and continually improve your site, because that's really what makes a successful website. If you have questions, you can go to the link that you see on your screen and you can hit me up in the chat box in the corner and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you inside.